Hello, everyone. It's Thursday. You're watching Keep the Wheels Turning. My name's Ollie. I'm be your presenter today with our co-presenter Jack Farger. Hi, Jack.
Hi, how are you? How's it going?
Nice. Rocking the chubby dumpling merch.
Yeah, it's nice and crisp. I'm trying very hard not to get coffee on it.
How come
Very,
you
very
get
hard.
sent all the merch and I get nothing?
I paid for this, so that's why.
I refuse to pay. That's
Yeah, that didn't work out for me. I did get got two pieces of clothing, but one's a bit too tight for me. If anyone wants to send me a large of anything, go for it.
So today we're talking about delivery, right?
Right.
Have you had any deliveries, food deliveries to your house? Any takeaway?
I had a pizza like maybe 2 weeks ago, but because I'm moving flat, I'm trying to like just get rid of everything that's in my flat. But this week is the first week where I've been like, I am absolutely sick of cooking and cleaning. Like I'm seriously getting to the point where I might order some.
I have a yard sale pizza very close to my house, so we've had that a few times, and that's very good.
Yeah.
Nice. So today, excitingly, we've got Nick Freeman from Jamon Jamon, who I believe is cooking up paella right on the street out in northwest London. Hi, Nick. How are you doing?
Hey, everyone. How you doing?
Beautiful day out there.
What's that? Sorry?
It's a beautiful day out there in northwest London, in Kilburn, I believe.
It's always beautiful in northwest London, dude. That's why people live here. All the east, weather's man.
So show us what you're up to. Show us what you're doing.
Okay, I'm going to try reverse the camera. Hey, for the 46-year-old technophobe. So this is us from 4 till 7 every Thursday. We're doing Paella Thursdays.
Yeah, so just talk us through.
A good friend of mine.
Talk us through what Paella Thursdays are.
So if you want paella on a Thursday and you live in northwest London within shouting distance of where we're cooking, which is Kilburn, then you can order online from us, and you can either collect or deliver, and it's all COVID compliant. You pay in advance, it's cashless, rigorous cleaning, masks, gloves, etc. And that's pretty much it. It's as simple as that. We've got 3 types of pay. We've got chicken, seafood, and vegan. And you order and we deliver, or you collect. We're doing our own delivery.
Yeah, so how are you? How's that set up? What are you using? What platform?
I'll show you the platform just now. That's part of the platform. My van. And there is my friend. That's another part of the platform. And we've got another guy named Harry who started with us as well. So we're doing our own deliveries. So because most foods, and we cook in advance, load up boxes, and you drive off and you can deliver 6, 7, 9, 10 deliveries so long as you plan the routes heavily, because we've restricted our delivery area. We'd often, last week we did 4 deliveries on one road, all at the same time. We say to people in advance, your options are before 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and after 7. And we give ourselves a bit of a get out, saying we'll try and be there within 15 minutes of your preferred time.
So you get all the orders in advance, and then you deliver them at the same time on one evening. So someone could order on Monday, and they get it on the Thursday afternoon.
Correct. Yeah. So we're taking orders. Some people since last Thursday, but they just missed the cutoff. And we're still taking orders now, which has refined the system, mainly because of you, Ollie. Thank you very much. The introduction to Airtable and Zapier and something called Jotform. But I managed to build the system myself, and it's great. It's efficient. I think if you manage people's expectations, so they're not expecting, Uber Eats within 20 minutes. You say, look, this is who we are. This is what we're doing. This is the vibe. We've had no problem whatsoever with people saying, look, my paella was 10 minutes late. We've got reheating instructions as well, saying it arrives and you need to reheat it. This is what you do. And it's worked quite well.
Do you think if you got busier, you'd be able to scale it up to the level where you're doing like 100 orders every Thursday?
Well, we're currently doing 200 covers today. So yes, but in that, it's probably 65 or 70 orders, because a lot of people are ordering for a family, or they'll group together so they don't pay delivery charge. So we're delivering up towards Willesden Green, which is not far away from us. But people will look up and down the street and go find who wants in, and they'll buy 6 or 7 portions between them, and we'll just deliver them all to one house. But we're also working within quite a close-knit community. A lot of people from my kids' school, a lot of people I know through some ad hoc charity work and stuff, word of mouth.
So you're almost creating like a community around your paella. People are speaking to their neighbours and going like, "Do you want some paella? I'll have some paella."
Totally, and word spread quite well. I think our food's pretty good. It's pretty well priced. I mean, it's pretty much the same price that we have on Portobello. If your order's more than 20 quid, it's free delivery. So if you look at stuff like Uber Eats and Deliveroo, we're way cheaper and probably more efficient, and I dare say tastier in a lot of respects. So I think we're coming up again. That's our competition, isn't it? You can order from Uber Eats with 5 minutes. You can decide what you want, but most of our demographic are ordering for kids, so you don't look at your kids scream in a screaming meltdown. I certainly don't, and go, "Ooh, what should we get on Deliveroo?" You want every meal planned down to the last tea. So we're quite lucky we've tapped into that market. So if your kids want paella, you're going to get paella every week.
So are the main bulk of your customers people like the friends of your kids at school?
It started out, the first week was like that, a local WhatsApp group within the class, and I sent out a message saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing," and a lot of people bought, and it was great. Then word spread around the school, because obviously they still don't know me well enough to not like me. So that's all that happened nicely and can I say virally? Is that appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second week we did a bit more marketing and social. I've been very fortunate. I've got a couple of friends who've really helped out. One of whom owns this house where we are set up, because this is private land, so it doesn't require any sort of council permit or intervention. And she's been amazing on social media and put word out. And
I think we've had a little
something on Facebook. There we go. So if they post focus, me posting it as a business is just looking for work, whereas coming from a local mom saying, "Hey, I know this guy, this stuff's good," it carries a lot of weight. So we've been very fortunate with that. I moved on the Facebook groups. Will Rise last night, and we've like 5 new orders, never seen before.
Amazing.
Just from on that, chirping up, going, "I've had the food, it's great. The guys are great." A percentage of what we sell, we donate the food value to the local aid group. So, X number of them will be donated from us to feed vulnerable people here. So, for example, it's 50 to 20 portions. They'll pick that up at like 4:30 and go and feed people who don't have access to food or can't cook or are shielding or whatever.
Do you think you'll continue this after lockdown ends, or do you think you'll go straight back to the market?
I'll probably continue until my friend Kate throws me off her property. So who knows how long that is, but I'd say at least another month or 2. I mean, there's appetite for it. The feedback I'm getting from people. Another thing is it's a personal touch. So it's not just there's an automated email that goes to get your order confirmed, but there'll be me on the other end of it. Any queries, I'm emailing you or calling you. It's not just a call center or somebody in a restaurant saying, "Don't talk to me, talk to Uber Eats."
Yeah.
So we built up a personal connection, and the feedback is that people are very grateful for this, because it's good value, it's delicious, and they don't have to plan a meal and they don't have to cook. So I think going forward, it's still got a place, because once lockdown ends, most people are still going to be working, especially in this area.
Yeah.
They've still got kids who may or may not be at school, and the stresses are not going to change much. So I think hopefully we'll just keep going. It'll be literally Paella Thursdays, and this will be your go-to every week or 2 weeks. We're very fortunate. There's a DJ, a very famous DJ who lives locally, who ordered from us last week. I didn't know who they were, and then apparently we got a shout out in a radio show.
Oh, amazing.
And then a phone call from her, and then she just bleated about it on air for ages, saying, "Oh my God, the paella is delicious, and I'm looking forward to it," and so on. So that was I had no idea, and that was great. That's fantastic. She's a local mom as well, so you have this thing. She's a celebrity, but she's a mom.
Thanks,
quite
Nick.
a lot of that around, I think.
I'm going to bring in Jess from Only Jerkin, who is in their prep kitchen down in Kennington. Hi, Jess. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good, thanks. So, I mean, you would have just heard what Nick was saying about doing it all yourself. And you started off doing delivery yourself, right? You sort of tweeted out your phone number or Instagrammed your phone number, and then everyone got in touch with you, right?
I mean, we definitely learned the hard way. I think when all lockdown struck, we had like an eagerness to just continue trading at any cost, basically. And obviously there's a slight delay with setting up Deliveroo or Uber Eats or whatever platforms you're using. So we kind of just dove in head first and tried to do our own delivery service from our prep kitchen in Kennington and then also our prep kitchen in Birmingham. And there's a lot of food in London, so we were kind of able to cope in London, but Birmingham, there seems to be a bit of a higher demand. So yeah, I definitely learned the hard way by putting my phone number in, doing it all manually, and yeah, getting about 300 phone calls trying to order some chicken.
How many phone calls? 800? That can't be right.
No. In the first 2 hours, over 300 calls to my personal number. And then me manually putting it into a spreadsheet. Ollie, you'll know that my technical skills are not the finest, so those sort of systems don't come naturally to me. So yeah, manually putting all their information, their address, and then sending out iZettle payment links to everyone. So yeah, a really, really long-winded way of doing it. But we thought, let's just give it a go. And yeah, we quickly realized that it was a pretty tricky operation. So we partnered up with a local cab company to do the delivery for us. But yeah, it just was a bit of a nightmare. As soon as one taxi was late, then that has a knock-on effect to the next order. So yeah, pretty quickly we had a few angry phone calls being like, "Where's my chicken?" So yeah,
were you tempted just to turn your phone off and then just be like, "I'm not taking any more"?
I know, but I don't know, the customer service, I don't know, it was all our customers that we built up in Birmingham, which we love and are so loyal, and we really felt like we'd let them down. But yeah. I don't know, it was pretty tough. But once we've spoken to everyone was super understanding, and yeah, they understand that it's a new service that we're trying to get our heads around. So yeah, sort of week on week we were changing our process about how to sort of streamline it. And yeah, so then we started doing Deliveroo from our central kitchen and Birmingham. Scrapped the local taxi rank. Sorry guys, but yeah, that's not going to work. And then started still doing a drive-through sort of system. Still manually taking phone calls, but just for an order and booking in a time. And that worked pretty smooth, but still taking payments by card and stuff. So there's still a bit of contact there, which we really needed to eradicate.
Yeah.
And so now, where are we? 2 months in, I guess. Now we've got a click and collect system, which works really well, which we use through OrderSwift, which means that the customer chooses their time slot, books themselves in, they take all payment and everything. So all of that is pre-arranged. So they're just turning up with their name, order number, and yeah, can collect their food pretty swiftly. So yeah.
Do you prefer people doing through OrderSwift or Deliveroo?
OrderSwift. Definitely.
Yeah. Is that because you don't have to pay the same commission, I imagine, but also is it because you actually get to put that food in that customer's hands?
Yeah. Yeah, completely. Yeah, I mean, there's still a commission with OrderSwift, but it's not as heavy as the delivery ones. And yeah, you just sort of trust it a bit better. There's always a bit of fear when you give the food to the delivery driver that they're not going to get it, or they're going to take a detour, or there's more room for error. So yeah, I mean, I think a combination works really well, and the thing with delivery platforms that their radius is pretty limited sometimes. So, you know, sometimes, like, especially during peak times, it goes down to like 1 mile radiuses, which a lot of your customers aren't within that space. So it allows customers further afield to still be able to access your food, which is good.
How many, like roughly, how many orders do you think? Because you're doing 4 sites at the moment. You're doing Kennington, Birmingham, Camden, and Bethnal Green.
Yeah, I mean, we've closed Camden now until we have a rethink, just because the demand wasn't there. It relies so heavily on tourists. So yeah, with the delivery fees and staff costs and stuff, it just wasn't really worth it for us. So we're now just doing Kennington and Bethnal Green 7 days a week, and Birmingham 4 days a week.
Do you get like, I've seen it before, but do you get like a good bit of data from Deliveroo to understand like, how it's performing? Or is it all just sort of your intuition about like whether or not it's worth doing?
What's that? Sorry, an order just came through. I got distracted. Go.
What's it for?
We got an order through, number 2919. We got 1 mega box.
Whoa!
It's all right. I can do that in a minute.
I was just going to say, like, with the do you get data from Deliveroo, or is it just sort of intuition about whether or not to keep a site open? Yeah.
So you've got like, you can log in and see. It has like all your stats. So like what days are performing well, what are like your peak hours, like the dishes that do well. There's like a bit of information in there, whether you're like up from last week or not. What sites are doing better than others. But I mean, you can also gather all that information from Order Swift. It's pretty good. And with Order Swift as well, you can use it for delivery if you ever want to do your own delivery service. So it tracks all your customers' addresses, and yeah, you can gather that information if you ever did want to like work out a delivery route or something that way.
Are you scared off, or are you tempted now to do your own delivery system?
Oh God, it was so stressful. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think like if we gave it some thought, for a minute, like everything's working quite smoothly for now. And in some sense, you kind of realize why the delivery fees are so high sometimes for like platforms like Deliveroo. I mean, we're paying 30%. I know some people have a lot better deals, but that's what we've been on since we joined with them. And yeah, it is high, but you can put your prices up a little bit and you actually realize how much work and how well their system must work in order to, like, you know, all the algorithms with the drivers and customers. And also it just like eradicates that customer contact, which you don't realize how much of a job it actually is, you being their direct contact. Like, it's how they call Deliveroo, and you know, you don't have to deal with it.
So when I've ordered from Yard Sale, who do their own delivery, I would say the wait times are significantly higher.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we definitely want to. I guess something with our food is that it needs to be delivered hot and fresh. So you don't really want to be taking out like over 2 orders at a time. So by the time you get to the 3rd, 4th, 5th delivery, that food's been in your bike or whatever for, you know, too long really. Whereas with Deliveroo, you know, you're going straight there, maybe 2 drops max. So a few things to consider that way.
Have you ever heard any stories of like some of the drivers like nibbling on a nugget before?
Oh my God, I see it daily. They sit on the wall outside eating fries. So we share a kitchen with other side fried. And the other day, the driver was just sitting out there eating some chips. And I was like, guys, did you give some chips? They're like, no. And we went over and we're like, mate, you know, like, you're supposed to deliver those. Like, what's going on? And he said that he went to the house and no one was answering, so he just ate it. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, I mean, we give them food here and there because, you know, they're out there delivering, but it definitely does happen. I mean, there's loads of films on YouTube of like people like sneaking chips out, drivers on the doorstep and stuff. But I'd like to think it doesn't happen, you know, to our food. But
Yeah.
who knows?
Oh, there's Tommy.
Oi, oi.
Hey. Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Live on telly.
I'm really anxious. I'm getting out of here.
I saw a nice picture of Tommy holding a trout the other day.
Oh, I saw that as well, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You liked your trout, Tommy.
Thank you, Ollie.
My driver's actually.
Don't tell everyone that.
Hey, yeah.
So what we're watching now is a live Deliveroo acceptance of a portion.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's fun.
I mean, I need to make an order.
Yeah. Tommy, go away.
Ollie, why am I not on this? Why can't we walk outside fried?
What's happening? Good, Tommy.
Ambush.
We're having a conversation here.
Get out. Honestly.
What a creep.
I did warn them that I was doing this, and they were like, "We're going to set you up." And here they are. They've been quite well behaved, to be honest, but it's what you expect from those two.
Well, at least you've got fun neighbours.
Yeah. It's never a dull day here.
How many? So I've seen you've got the big boy on the menu, which is what, £70.
£80.
£80.
Yeah.
How many people order that?
Oh my God! Sell like hotcakes in Birmingham.
That is
Crazy.
insane.
Maybe like, I don't know, 30 a day, 40 a day of big boys. I don't know. Not as popular here, but yeah, one a day or something.
It's all those people self-isolating and then just keeping fried chicken in the fridge for the whole week.
Yeah.
And munching on it.
Pop it in the oven.
Yeah.
Why not?
So do you think in the future you see Only Jerkin having maybe a restaurant, maybe events, markets, and then maybe your own delivery system?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll see if the demand's still there, but if you've got the facilities, why not?
Yeah.
Like, we're lucky to have a couple prep kitchens, so it didn't cost us too much to set up. And right now, there's so many restaurants closed with amazing kitchens, which they're desperate to have people renting. So it's actually really an easy time to rent a kitchen anywhere for like a pretty decent rate. So yeah, I'd advise anyone that's, doesn't have a prep kitchen to just have a little look and just contact any restaurants
My theory for the future is that the restaurants that can do their own delivery system will be the ones that make decent money out of it, because I don't think 30% is particularly sustainable.
No,
for the future.
Definitely not.
And so I think the ones that can nail it and keep it in-house, they'll get their like USP and their competitive advantage over people who have to rely on Deliveroo or Uber Eats or anyone like that.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It's a ton of work.
Oh my God, I know. It really is. Ollie, I really have to do this order now because the driver's here.
Okay, you
but
go.
I'll be like, if you want me to come back, I can be back in like 2 minutes.
We'll cut. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll cut to you every now and then. Catch up and see how you're doing.
Okay.
But thanks for chatting, Jess.
Thanks for having me.
And tell Tommy he's never going to be on this TV show. He's never going to be on this.
Oh dear. Alrighty, I'll speak to you in a minute.
All right, thanks, Jess. So coming up now, we're going to bring back Jack. Jack, you're back. You're muted. You're back. Oh. Hang on.
Hey.
There you are. You're back now. Okay. I really hope you don't have the same problem with me with a street food trader gate crashing your interview coming up now.
No, I think might just end up like on a skateboard or something, just like going on a tour or something. That's probably more likely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
We'll bring Marty on now.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, all good.
How's it going?
All good. Yeah, it's good. Just started doing some these.
I guess so. You like
DIY boxes.
Yeah, because I guess you're in like quite a different situation to. Oh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you now.
sorry.
Yeah, I can see it as well.
So
Sorry, I
yeah,
lost you there.
I'll just speak into this. Yeah, it's okay. So I guess you're in quite a different position to these guys because you actually have like physical sites,
Yeah.
right? So you're in Paddington, you're Camden, yeah.
Yeah, and then but we kind of, because the clients in like Camden were predominantly like tourists. Obviously, that like kind of went downhill and they closed the markets, so that's a furlough of staff there. And then Paddington, it's kind of like a big office area, you know. So same thing there, kind of none there. So and they kind of closed the campus down a bit. So I kind of furloughed staff and just kind of took a step back just to kind of see what was going to happen, because obviously it was kind of risky to have loads of people coming to work and all this stuff. So just kind of playing it. So then.
Yeah, and I think that's the reality of it. Like some people just have to take it differently, and so like with having permanent sites that are full of people, like normally, like you have to approach it in a slightly different way. What led you to start doing the DIY kits then? What kind of prompted it?
Well, I kind of was thinking about ways of like how I could continue trading without, because I can just bust them out on my own kind of thing. And I thought of DIY boxes and started. It's just there's quite a lot of elements to like kind of get perfect, and the packaging and all that kind of was all kind of new. So it took me a while to get them all together. But it was just And I saw a few other like people. I think it was the first one I saw was maybe Patty and Bun.
Like their burger kit, and then truffle, and and I guess that's one of the things, like it'll make cooking or preparing like a bit more interesting as well. I think you've timed out there. I think we've lost you maybe. Oh, we'll just give it some technical difference. Hey, can you hear? Oh, I think we might have lost Mike.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Just can't see your video, unfortunately. It's okay. Well, we can still keep talking. Maybe we'll get Ollie back in.
I'm back. You can hear me.
Yeah. Oh, we can see you again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we can. It's just kind of.
Yeah. So I just had to move. The internet's a little bit dodgy here.
Yeah. No worries. So when so you had to figure out like how to pack up the products, and obviously like with poke that's quite a lot of elements. What was it like figuring out how to transport fish? Because that's to me seems like quite a difficult thing to figure out.
Yeah, well, I've got a refrigerated van, so it's kind of it's kind of straightforward. Kind of just like I take all the orders on the website, and then so I know exactly how many I'm doing, make all the boxes, and then and then kind of set out a delivery route, put them all in the fridge van, and then
nice.
Deliver them.
So you're doing all the deliveries yourself. You're not doing it through like a deliverer like Royal Mail or anyone else.
No. So basically, with like I've looked into doing it like delivery like with Royal Mail and stuff, but the fish has to be kept below 4 degrees. So a lot of these like cold packaging can't guarantee that. It's like I'm gonna with the vegan ones try and do something like that, but for now it's kind of just waiting to see what the demand's like and how they go. But all the feedback so far has been really good, and I'm super stoked of how they look. So
and you get to take the chat wagon like out, like, and that's such a big draw for people. I guess that adds so much more to the experience. Like it's not just a person in a van, it's like it is the Lord's of Poke van.
Yeah, exactly. And it's me as well delivering it. So everyone's like, oh my God, when I deliver it, they're like, oh my God, it's you. I'm like, yep, it's me.
Like just with your glove and your mask and.
Yeah, mask and glove on and just getting in there. Yeah. But hopefully, the plan is to kind of, I'll probably want to keep these boxes on and then put them on when we soon, I'm going to start doing delivery and stuff from Paddington and Camden. So I'll probably just leave them on, put them on the delivery menu, so it's an option for.
Yeah, because you've been doing delivery for quite some time, right? So are you still doing that, or have you stopped doing it?
No, it was was kind of just because of like the high fees and stuff like that. I didn't want to like kind of pump a load of money into getting Deliveroo going just in case, you know, that we don't, you know, just in case the demand wasn't there. But I'm going to, now these are up and running, I can now kind of, the plan is to start doing that soon within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So,
And I guess this is like, this obviously it's perfect street food weather when we're all stuck indoors.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah. And I can kind of see just from Instagram and YouTube, you can kind of see like people who do cooking for a living, or like you can kind of start seeing they're like, oh, I don't really want the comfort food as much anymore. I'm like, oh, I've put on the pounds, like I definitely have. And like starting to think a bit more healthier, and like, oh, I bloody love a salad like right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the kits are really good as well, because, you know, you kind of, it's quite fun, you know, and stuff that you might normally not have, like sashimi grade tuna and salmon and all the marinades, and, you know, to make one yourself you'd have to have so many different ingredients, whereas it's kind of all done for you to an extent. So it's kind of
So what are the kind of things that come in the kit?
Michael, I've got one here. I can show you if you want.
Yeah, go for it. That sounds great.
All right, one sec. I'm just kind of hoping the internet isn't going to die. But
okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I don't know how to flip the camera.
Nice.
Can you see this?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like the Korean tuna box. So you get like what's in there. You've got like a method on the back there.
Oh wow. Yeah, you've got to count. Awesome.
And then so and all of this packaging is it's all compostable. So there's no plastic in the whole box.
Nice.
It's all like potato starch bags. So you've got like your pie. This one, the tuna's got like sushi rice, unagi sauce, kimchi cucumbers, pickled ginger, edamame, pineapple, and crispy onions. And there's a cheeky chili in there for good luck, you know. But yeah, it's all kind of everything you need in there, and all the instructions are laid out, so you can make all the tuna in there, you know, get a decent amount of nice fresh tuna, and out comes in on the morning, you know. So you can that's the last thing I kind of package up and
get everything else ready to go.
And send it out.
Yeah.
So the fish, when you order a box.
Go for it. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So when you order a box, like the fish comes in like on the morning of delivery. So I'll just kind of like have all the boxes ready to roll, and then just like, you know, package the fish up and then straight out on delivery. So when you get it, the fish is like primo fresh, you know.
Yeah.
So,
and I imagine like your fishmongers right now, they're not. Things must be really tough for them, because all their wholesale customers, restaurants, like they aren't buying fish.
Yeah. Well, my fish supplier is like quite it's a big commercial kind of sushi grade fish supplier, and they're like, their parent company like does all of like the fish for like supermarkets and stuff, and their factory's over the road. So obviously demand for that's gone up. So they've kind of pushed all their fish cutting staff from the sushi factory over to the normal. So it's kind of worked out for them, but, you know, there's still kind of, it's still kind of tough times for everyone, you know.
Yeah. It's tough for people in different ways, and like where you are in the chain. So
exactly.
So what's the feedback been like then before? When did you launch them?
I launched them last week. That was the first, like, last Friday, and I sold out, and I was expecting some people to come back, because I was like really worried, because I've obviously worded all the methods and the rice cooking, and I was just kind of worried that it might not work as planned. But everyone's like solid feedback from everyone. I got it's literally just this morning got an email saying like 10 out of 10, wouldn't change anything, you know, price points there, you know. So it's kind of I'm just super stoked that it's worked and everyone's liking it. And
that must be a nice it must be a nice feeling after, like, so, you know, it's not only just giving people food, it's like bringing that happiness to people and having that experience of like making someone's day.
100%. Yeah. And everyone posts nice things on Instagram, and, you know, and it's also nice to see, because of the idea of the box and like everything, and kind of come together and, you know, go out and you know, and just the whole kind of the no plastic kind of thing. I'm just stoked I found the right packaging, and, you know, it's all kind of eco-friendly, and, you know, because especially in this time, you know, it's a good opportunity to kind of change what we do a little bit. And
I was listening to a podcast the other day with David Chang, whose podcast I love, and he was saying, you know, this time, obviously it's awful, and, you know, people going out of business, people losing their lives, but in a way, it's forcing people to operate as if they were running their business in 2035 rather than 2020.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
You know,
they're changing things in your business that you might have always wanted to do, but have just never had the time to actually sit down and like go, right, no plastic, or no this, no that, blah, blah, blah. Let's change it now.
yeah, 100%. And it's definitely like a good idea to, you know, yeah, like ideas you've been like kind of sitting on that you haven't had time for as well, just to like, yeah, let's just do that. Like I want to like kind of like start selling all the sauces that we do. So I'm kind of working at the moment on like producing the labels and like, you know, working out the bottles and all that kind of stuff for it. So then, you know, it's something else I can sell. So yeah, it's good. It's obviously got its negative sides, but it's also got some positive sides, which I'm kind of trying to just focus on the positives.
yeah, it's for sure. Like there's good days and bad days. I think like one of the most interesting things is that it really forces people to think about their business in the sense of like what is it that people love about us, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe through this experience you understand a deeper meaning of that. Like Jess talking about, you know, people ordering 70-pound boxes of like of fried chicken. Like I don't know if they've ever done that before, but it tells you like, whoa, like people want to eat this food in a completely different way. So
that's so funny. She put her phone number up on the internet. I didn't realize she did that. That's too funny.
So okay, it's, you know, we learn from our mistakes, I guess.
Oh, 100%. I've, you know, through all of this, you know, I put my delivery radius inside the M25 like for the first launch, and that was a big mistake. I was looking on the map. I was like, Jesus, what was I thinking? Because I was like, at one point on the first delivery, I was like on the M25. I was like, oh my god. So I had to reduce it down for the time being to like zones 1 to 3, which is a lot more manageable and like, you know. So but I will hopefully expand that as, you know, more staff come back on board.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. So you think maybe when you're able to open your sites back up, is this something you might still continue to do? Do you think there might still be a hunger for it?
Yeah. Well, obviously you're gonna just play it by ear, but I'm definitely gonna. Put so much work into them. I'm keen just to like kind of. I've got all the things for them, so I'm gonna just keep going until. You know, it'll be interesting to see if you put one on Deliveroo because it's got like a 3-day shelf life. You can just kind of like, oh, we'll have poke this week and just order a box and you put it in the fridge. You know, it's not like you're getting a bowl ready to go and then, you know, you're coming back to like takeaway from the day before. You're kind of making it fresh yourself. So it's kind of, I think there's definitely a market for it.
It's really interesting because just from like working in food, there's been like meal kit companies for at least like the last 5 years. And I wouldn't say any of them really excite like people. It was really like caught people's attention. But then, you know, 2 months of lockdown, street food traders start doing meal kits, and like it seems like you can see it just kicking off. It's that extra kind of like for you, like your vibe comes through that meal.
Exactly, and you get to engage with like your customers and, you know, a bit more and kind of like maybe get your food in front of someone that hasn't necessarily had your food before, and they can kind of so it's good. And it's just there's a lot of people kind of launching them now, which is exciting as well. Like Baguio Burger, they're launching one soon. Like tomorrow, I think. I was chatting to Nino this morning. So,
okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Exciting. Big up, Nino.
Good. That's good. I can eat all the street food I want from the comfort of my home. That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna bring Ollie and Jess back in now.
Cool.
Just to bring up the vibes.
Hi.
Good. How did your order go, Jess?
All good. Thanks for that.
It's all right. Very good.
I was just going to ask both of you, in terms of like your work-life balance now, is it better, do you reckon? Because I imagine everyone's working non-stop.
I'm still working quite a lot, but I've just got less people calling me all the time.
And Jess?
I mean, I'm kind of loving it. I like to think what we'd actually be doing sort of these weekends. It's like our busiest time, like festival season, and it's pretty non-stop. But now, like, our work-life balance is just so much nicer, and it's definitely given us time to sort of reflect and think actually what we'll do after the lockdown. Just I don't know, we're sort of on like such a rat race of like doing a million things and saying yes to everything, and which is amazing when you're starting a business and kind of what you have to do. But just sort of scaling back a little bit, and even like me and Luke cooking again is so important for the business, and sort of taking it back to the roots where it began in a way. And like as a result, you know, new ideas come about, new projects come about. So I definitely think we'll be like sort of adjusting when lockdown's lifted to what we want to do. Business is closed. We're off.
Yeah, because you guys were on quite a trajectory. You were looking at maybe finding your own place to open, and like, with all the problems and like the stress that comes with like having like a fixed site and more staff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe this has been like a good opportunity for you to be like, actually, what I really enjoy is just making the food and giving it to people. Yeah,
completely. Yeah, I think there's a happy medium. Like, I think anyone that has a business sort of has like a natural, like it's within their nature to try and expand. So like even with the delivery, after the first couple of weeks, we were like, right, okay, let's open another site somewhere. And you kind of have to keep reminding yourself, like, no, this is actually a time to chill out, and you don't need to be like expanding at a rate that doesn't like work for the business. So yeah, I don't know. We definitely enjoy having just a bit more of a grasp on it, and having, like Marty says, less people calling you, less people bothering you. Just like a team, really.
Unless you put your phone number on the internet.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to change my number. I still get calls like this, saying, like, "Are you open?" Yeah, we'll see. I think like you don't know what's going to happen. Just taking each week by week, really, at the moment, and seeing what happens. But yeah, definitely changed our outlook on the business for sure.
I think it's the same with us as well at Curb. I think we try to work out a bit more like what we're actually, you know, here for, and who we're here to support, and what we're supposed to be doing. And I think because like the nature of, like you were saying, the nature of all these businesses is to expand, and then taking on stuff that might be like super stressful and not like that financially rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, that's the backpack machine. Yeah.
Is Tommy making his pickles?
It's Matt actually making his some sort of sauce.
Nice. The second best Matt Harrison fried chicken, I believe.
He doesn't want to say it. Yeah, completely. It's so true. I think everyone's having the same feelings as well. Like all street food people that I've been speaking to through this, they're all like really, you know, they're having similar feelings and thinking like, you know, is it worth all the stress?
Oh, yeah. There's a new order in.
No, that's the boys.
Who's winning between you and them?
It's not a competition, Ollie. Really?
So that means they are.
Yeah.
All right.
That's busy.
Thanks for chatting, both of you.
Yeah.
No worries.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you all.
Yeah.
I do love that having a few months break has made everyone be like, I can't wait to get back to the market. Everyone was feeling so down about it because it rained for like 2 months solidly. Yeah. And now they're like, I literally can't wait to get back and sell 10 portions.
Yeah. We want to get
marking tape outside the vans, like, you know, every 2 meters every day, like instead of just setting up.
Yeah. I think there will be, I feel quite positive about the future of markets in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Already some are opening, so I think it's quite likely you'll be trading back on the streets soon.
It's amazing.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So if anyone wanted to order from you, Marty, how would they go about that?
They can just go on the website, and there's a shop on the website, and you can just order from there. And then there's a link on the Instagram as well. And I haven't actually got, because I'm in the process of just moving kitchens over this weekend, so there'll be some up for delivery next Wednesday. I'll put them up later today. But yeah, it's all through the website, and then it's zones 1 to 3.
Amazing.
Awesome.
And Jess, what locations are you looking at?
So if you go onto our website or on Instagram, there's a link to our click and collect, which you can pre-order up to a week in advance. That's for Kennington, Bethnal Green, or Erdington in Birmingham. Or you can find us on Deliveroo now, or tomorrow we'll be on Uber Eats and Just Eat as well. One of those
I think we've just come back to Nick as well. Nick's in the car. Nick, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear and I can hear you. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Oh, we can.
Hey, can everybody? Is my camera the wrong way?
Yeah.
Probably.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Nailed it.
So if someone wanted to order,
don't buy this at home.
if someone wanted to order paella from you, they have to be in the Kilburn or Hampstead area. Is that right?
Kilburn or west of Kilburn. So if they can, they go to hamon.co.uk, and there's a link on there that says Paella Thursdays. I repeat that for anyone who can't hear, Paella Thursdays. And all the information is there. You'll notice that the seafood is currently greyed out because we've just been annihilated in the later part of today. So currently I'm rushing to Portobello to get some more prawns.
Nice.
Nice. What I spend my life doing.
A good problem to have.
Yeah, busy day. Good news. Nice problem to have. Yeah. But the thing is, you don't want to disappoint anyone. If everybody's ordered and prepaid, it's not like at the end of a market where they come and they go, "Oh, okay, no worry, I'll just go to the next." Or, your reputation can sink or swim if somebody is paid, and if they don't get what they've ordered, then you know.
That's exactly what I think. That's exactly what Jess found. I've got a good anecdote. I've just got a new dog, and a marker of where I live, which is near Crouch End, is that usually, your dog would be walking around and it would pick up like a chicken bone or something like that. My dog picked up a lobster tail. So it's a particularly nice area.
Or a snobby dog.
Thanks for all of you joining us today.
No worries. Nice to talk to you.
We'll see you soon.
See you.
See you, Nick.
Okay.
He'll say goodbye at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Get those prawns. Nice one.
See ya.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Cool.
See ya.
And
yeah. So, right. Yeah. So Deliveroo or DIY? What should you do? I guess.
I said it earlier. If you can do your own delivery system, it's a massive advantage over anyone having to rely on Deliveroo. But obviously, it's a ton of work.
Yeah, I think if you're kind of like just wanting to do something very hyper local, Nick's model is quite good in the sense of like using your contacts, beef up your website, use something like Airtable or something very simple for you to, and then just own it. At the very least, there are people around you who probably want to eat.
I think you need as well a profile. Like you need to be known as a business to go on to Deliveroo for people to see you. I doubt very many people go on Deliveroo and just go like, "Oh, I'll just have any fried chicken," because you have no idea what the quality is. And knowing Only Jerkin, you know what the quality is there, but there might be, a rival fried chicken place even operating from the same unit, which might be different.
Yeah, and I think that there's also there's so many things you can't control, like ads for certain traders, or like the delivery radius going way in and out because of peak times and things like that. So yeah, I mean, if there's anyone who's watching this who wants some advice, you can join our Slack channel, message us, ask us for questions, and can put you in the right direction. And also, if you can't eat food from your favorite trader from a DIY or delivery kit, you can also support them at curbfood.store, our Keep the Wheels Turning campaign. Never get it right that way.
I nailed it first time.
There we go. Cool. See you soon. We'll be doing another boot camp and workshop next Thursday. Have a lovely bank holiday weekend.
Goodbye. Bye.